Okay, so it's 6:42 p.m. and I'm going to call the meeting of the Parks and Recreation Task Force on June 21st to order. And we're going to begin with the land acknowledgement. We would like to begin by respectfully acknowledging that the town of Shelburne resides within the traditional territory and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, including the Ojibwe, Potawatomi, Chippewa, and the people of the Three Fires Confederacy. These traditional territories upon which we live, work, play, and learn are steeped in rich Indigenous history and traditions. It is with this statement that we declare to honor and respect the past and present connection of Indigenous peoples with this land, its waterways, and resources. We encourage residents to review the call to action information by visiting the website dccrc.ca/educational links to further research and educate oneself. So I'd like to start with the adoption of the agenda. If I could get someone to move and second that the agenda be adopted as presented. Dan and Lindsay and everyone in favor of the adoption of the agenda. That's carried. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is disclosures of pecuniary interest. There's no financial matters on this agenda, but if anything financial comes up and you have a pecuniary interest, you are required to state it in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is number 4, and that is the selection of the committee chair and vice chair. And you can nominate yourself or nominate someone else to be chair or vice chair. If you nominate someone else, they do have to accept the nomination. So I'll open it up. If anybody would like to make a nomination, we'll start with the chair position.
I'll nominate.
Start with it. I'll nominate Lindsay too.
So Randy, is that what you said too? You said Lindsay as well?
Yes, it was.
Okay, Lindsay, do you accept the nomination for chair?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so Lindsay nominated by Dan and Randy.
I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with Lindsay too.
Okay, and we'll vote on it all together in just 1 minute. Would somebody like to make a nomination for vice chair?
I'll move that Dan be vice chair.
I think that
someone
one of the
willing?
councilors should be a vice chair.
Okay, so Randy, Dan, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Okay, so are there any other nominations? Okay, so all in favor of Lindsay being chair and Dan being vice chair?
Sure.
Okay, that's carried. Thank you. Okay, Lindsay, would you like to take over chairing the meeting at this point?
Only because I don't have the agenda right in front of me. Can you continue just for this meeting? Okay.
Absolutely,
Perfect.
not a problem.
I'll be ready for the next meeting for sure.
Yep, not a problem. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the minutes from the May 2nd meeting. So we did have a quick meeting on May the 2nd. So if I could get somebody to move and second that the minutes be adopted. Now I do need you to have been present at that meeting to move and second it.
Yeah.
Dan, you'll move that?
Yeah.
Okay, could I get somebody to second that? Shaquille, thank you. And everyone's in favor of those minutes? That's carried, thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the meeting schedule. We have 7 members on the committee, so we have done our best to try to accommodate a week, day, night, time that works for everybody. This is currently the 3rd Wednesday of the month. Does the 3rd Wednesday of the month work for everybody here?
Yes, I think.
Randy,
Yeah.
is that a
Good for
Randy,
me.
is that a yes? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Is
I'm
that a
good
yes?
too.
Okay,
Yeah.
and is 6:30 okay, or do you want to do it earlier? Do you want to do it later? What time works for the committee members?
Well, 6:30 is always a challenge for me, you know that. But I don't want to push it too late either, where anyone else, might have difficulty sticking around for the meeting too because of other obligations. So, I mean, even if we did like we did for the other committee that we're on, and maybe we did 6:45, that just gives me a tiny bit more time to get on.
Okay, would that work for you, Randy?
Anytime's good for me. I'm retired, so I don't care. Whatever's good for everybody else.
Okay, Shaquille, is 6:45 okay for you?
6:45 is perfect.
Okay, Ankit, is that okay for you?
Yeah, that will work for me, in fact.
Okay,
I mean,
and
for me,
Dan,
anytime is good.
okay, and Dan, that's okay for you?
Yep,
Okay, so we're gonna do, so if I could get a motion from somebody that the committee is going to meet the third Wednesday of the month at 6:45 PM.
So moved.
Randy, seconder, Ankit, all in favor?
Yes, yes.
Carried, thank you. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the Parks and Recreation Master Plan. As mentioned on the May 2nd meeting, the Parks and Recreation Master Plan had not yet gone to council. And until it goes to council, the committee didn't have much to discuss. So I did want to make you aware that the plan is going to council this Monday, June the 26th. If you are available to attend the council meeting, it is going to be in person at Town Hall starting at 6:30. It would be great if you could attend so you could see it at the same time council sees it. If you can't, if you could review it, it will be on our next agenda for the Parks and Recreation Task Force to discuss at the July meeting, but I just wanted to make you aware of that. Yes, Randy?
Will there be a presentation of the master plan, or is it simply a vote by council?
No, it is the presentation of the plan to council. Council hasn't even seen it yet. So this is the initial presentation.
Do you know, is that a timed thing on the agenda, or is it just flow within the agenda somewhere? I can look at the agenda myself, but
Yeah, the agenda hasn't actually been released yet.
Okay.
The agenda will be released later tomorrow afternoon or early on Friday. Normally when there's a presentation from the planner, we do try to do that at the beginning of the evening, so that they're not having to stick around for the whole meeting. There are some other planning matters that need to be considered as well. So it'll probably be around 6:45, maybe 7 o'clock before we get to that area. But
you.
it would be the first item under reports.
thank you.
Okay. Did anyone else have any questions in relation to that master plan?
Is it going to be recorded, the event?
So the council meeting will be recorded and it will be on the, it will be live streamed on the town's YouTube channel and will be able to be viewed on the YouTube channel afterwards. If you're unable to attend, you can absolutely watch it on YouTube afterwards. Yes, Randy.
Sorry, one more question. So I did go on the website and look at it a bit. Mostly what I saw was the concept plans for Fiddle Park. But this park's master plan is more than just Fiddle Park, is it not? It's all the properties that the town owns.
Correct. So what was referenced on the agenda currently is what has been done to date. This is a brand new Parks and Recreation master plan that is coming to council that will incorporate all parks within the town. And then this will give the opportunity, this committee, to give feedback to council, knowing where council is hoping to go and give feedback from this committee as well.
So is that the base reason for this committee, is to have input into this master plan? Or is it to deal with the aftermath after this plan is approved?
Yeah.
Or both?
Lindsay, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit of both. So this master plan has been in the works for a while. it's not a simple project, but there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for future needs that need to be considered. And sometimes it is better to have viewpoints from those who are not on staff or not on council. And Kit?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask a question earlier, but I think Randy already asked. The other part is, so does it include the new parks and the coming up in the town, or the development of existing parks? How, I mean, for the first time I'm in the meeting, so trying to educate myself here.
Yeah, so honestly, I haven't seen the presentation myself yet, so I can't tell you with 100% certainty what it includes. I just know that it is coming, and that document, when it is approved by council, will be the basis for this committee to operate from as well. So I just wanted to make you aware that it is coming, and it will definitely be on the agenda for this committee the next time as well. But I just wanted to make you aware that it's coming to council this week.
Will the master plan also include active transportation circulation patterns, or is it just going to be the property that we're dealing with?
Again, I'm not 100% certain, not having seen all the documents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's more related to the development of parks with relation to recreation. So, you know, looking at potential for development within Fiddle Park, you know, a cricket pitch, for example, trails and walkways and connecting links that way. Yeah, just maybe updating or upgrading any current existing parks that we already have, and what we can do with those. But I don't think it will have transportation, but again, we don't.
Like trails would be a active transportation. I mean, active transportation component of any sort of park plan. So I'm not too sure if there's going to be like, like sidewalk infrastructure that's also included, just to make sure that folks are able to get into to and from the trail system and the different park systems that we have here. No, exactly. So it could have that, but we unfortunately won't know 100% until Monday. Well, until the Thursday or Friday morning when the agenda comes out.
Okay. So that was just a general make you aware that this is happening, and then once that has been received, then it'll come back to the committee, and the committee can move forward from there. And just reviewing the mandate of the committee that was on our agenda in May, but I can always add it again to the next agenda. And if council gives any direction specifically to the committee, that will come forward as well. Okay. Does anyone have any new business that they want to add or discuss at this time?
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Dan.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I also wanted to see if we were going to also make the subcommittee for the active transportation component, because I read within the webpage that that's also included in the master planning focus of this committee, and if we would be able to go through with that and also maybe discuss any sort of line items that we would like to include in an active transportation subcommittee.
So until we actually have the plan to the committee, it wouldn't be beneficial to make any subcommittees yet. That's definitely,
okay.
It's just a bit premature still, unfortunately, this meeting.
So maybe, Alice, I mean, some of us know how to grab this information from the council package this weekend, but if it's possible for you to circulate
Absolutely.
the study that comes out to members as soon as possible, that'd be great.
Yes, absolutely. I will forward the agenda, the link, including the YouTube link if you're unable to attend, so you can find that easily, so you can view the presentation. And if anything specific comes out of that, I will make sure that it is added to the next agenda.
Thank you.
Okay, and Dan?
Yeah, can you just make sure we do have the mandate present again at the next meeting, so everybody,
Absolutely.
because we didn't have everybody there in the last meeting, so let's just make sure we get it covered again.
Absolutely. Is there any other new business at this time?
Shouldn't be until we see the
Okay.
master plan.
Yeah, exactly. I know. We're kind of stuck, but we did
We're
need to
stuck.
get the committee going and get the schedule so that
Yes.
we could move forward once we have it. So I really do appreciate everyone taking the time. Just for your knowledge, no committees meet in August. So the next meeting would be July 19th, and then staff get a break in August. So the next meeting after that would be in September, just to make you aware of that now. So it would probably be come September that we would start getting into the more the nitty gritty and the details. And if, okay,
Sure.
so, because otherwise you're just going to get started and going to have to stop for the summer. So
Yep.
you can discuss it and review it in July, and then in September, go forward full stream with where the committee determines that they need to go next. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
So that would bring us to adjournment, unless anyone has anything else they want to add at this time. I'll ask for somebody to move in second to.
Oh, just before we
Yeah.
head out, did everybody answer okay to communicate via email? Did we get all the contacts through that?
Let me just double check.
Did you miss anybody?
Ankit, are you okay if I share your email address with the committee? Perfect. Okay.
Email
So
address,
then I'm
phone
just
number, whatever it works.
perfect. Okay. So then I'm just missing one individual and they're not here. So yes, Randy.
Just to disclose, I'm just looking at my calendar. I'm away on July the 19th. So I'll tell you right now, my apologies, but I'm away for the week.
No,
so I won't be here on July 19th.
That's okay. And you know what? At this point, you could even decide to wait till September if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
If-
Yeah. I'll come to the next meeting, but I just can't make
Yeah.
that meeting. So I still
Yeah.
That's good.
I'll leave you
So
hanging.
with a committee of 7, we need 5 to hold quorum. So I'll just, my expectation is that unless you tell me otherwise, you are going to be at the meeting. Okay. So I'm not going to send out emails all the time saying, are you available? Because the expectation is this is the date. So unless you tell me otherwise, but I'm just going to make a note of that now, Randy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So then motion to adjourn. Randy, seconder to adjourn. Shaquille, and all in favor. Okay, and the meeting is adjourned at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it.